Hey, what's happening? I'm Claudio, and today I'm going to be whitewashing our pine ceiling. I know some of you like the look of natural wood, and so do I, but we have a lot of ceiling and it makes the room look a little too dark. If you want to see what I did, stick around. Let's make it now. So here's our ceiling. It's vaulted with tongue and groove pine boards. The wood is in great shape, but all that brown makes the room too dark. I began by covering the work area with some heavy-duty drop cloths. Before any painting could begin, I grabbed the cobweb duster from the garage. I used it to rid the area of dust and cobwebs that had accumulated over time. I used the same paint that I'd been using around the house for all the trim. Because we wanted the whitewash look, the paint was too thick and needed to be watered down. I added water little by little. I don't know the specific ratio, I just added more water until I was happy with the consistency. I put the lid back on the bucket and attached the 5-gallon paint pouring spout. I poured in what would be the first of many pails full. A large project like this can be overwhelming, but you have to start somewhere. I dipped my brush and got to painting. This shows my real-time brush strokes, although over time I did get a little faster, but not by much. I'll speed it up so this video doesn't take hours. The process of painting was simple. The trouble was getting my little ladder to reach all the way to the top of the ceiling. I needed a taller ladder. I skipped over to this lower part of the ceiling until I could find a taller one. The next day I was able to rent a nice 12-foot ladder for an entire week. Now with the newly acquired ladder, I was easily able to reach the tallest parts of the room. My technique was straightforward. Paint the majority of the boards with a large 5-inch whitewashing brush, and then cut in the edges with a smaller 2.5-inch angled brush. The living room has a skylight that was painted like the rest of the house, brown, brown, brown. I painted it white with the large brush first, and then came back later with a finer brush for a second coat. Now I could continue working up the ceiling to finish up the row. This was a big project, and after hours of painting, I took a break to clear some more cobwebs, but it wasn't enough. I needed to do something more stimulating. After I cleared my head, I went up the ladder and back to work. In whitewashing, people often apply paint to a section and then wipe off any excess with a rag. Our pine boards were extremely dry, so I just brushed it on like normal and they soaked the paint right up. Once the one coat of thinned down paint had dried, we were happy with the look. The hardest part of the painting process was cutting in the edges without getting paint on the support beams. The beams are stained dark and it would be a pain to remove dried white paint. I carried a wet rag with me throughout the process so I could wipe off any mistakes right away. After almost a week of painting, I reached the very last board. It sure felt good to get this project wrapped up. Well, I don't think I'm going to be doing any painting for a while. It was one of those projects that I was glad I did, but hope I never have to do again. If you've been thinking about whitewashing your ceiling, I would say, do it. We love the way ours turned out. Just remember, with a project this big, there's no going back to natural wood once the paint has been applied. If you like this project, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on social media at Make It Now Channel, and you can find me on my home on the web at www.makeitnow.tv. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.